start with probability. Probability is a measure of how likely an event will occur. The probability we do for the future always. It's a measure of how likely an event will occur. What the outcomes occur. It's a ratio of the desired outcomes with the total outcomes, like the heads and tails and those types. Desired by total outcome. Total outcome you can consider as the total number of outcomes, even in the head and tail. What is the probability of getting a head when you toss the coin? 1/2. Because there are total number of outcomes will be only two. Either you will get in head or you will get in tail. And probability for getting head is 1/2. So this is actually desired outcomes and by total outcomes. Probability is always between 0 and 1. So either we also assume, right, it will either occur or it will either not occur. So when it will occur, so it will be 1, and when it won't occur, it will be 0. That's why probability is always between 0 and 1 in this range. 1/2 is also 0.5, right, which is under 0 and 1. Even at the time of rolling a dice, suppose you have a dice and there are 6 possible outcomes. What will be the probability of getting 3 in a dice when you throw a dice? 1/6, because you have 6 outcomes. If you roll a dice and if you want 3 from 6, what is the probability? It will be 1 by
Yes.
6. What is the probability of getting an even number when you roll a dice? 2, 4, 6. That
Yeah.
is 1/2. Now we will see some terminologies in the probability. What terminologies we will be going through. So in probability, you have random experiment, yes, random experiment, and the sample space, and you have the event. So random experiment is an experiment or a process for which the outcome cannot be predicted with certainty. Or you can consider, suppose we are taking, you can take a dice also. That experiment before rolling a dice, that is actually a random experiment. And the number of outcomes, that will be known as sample space. So you have 6 outcomes in a dice. So all the 6, so that all will come under sample space. And the event is, you can consider one or more outcomes of an experiment or a subset of a sample space. So that particular outcome will be an event. These are the terminologies. We will see the types of events. So you have 2 types of events in that probability. That is disjoint event and non-disjoint event. So disjoint event is something which is not joined, which is do not have any common outcomes, and non-disjoint event will have a common outcome. So the outcome of a ball delivered cannot be a sixer and a wicket at the same time. There is nothing
Yeah.
common. You can have only one thing at a single time. Either it will be a six or it will be a wicket, but not both at the
Okay.
time. That is an disjoint event. Same thing you can
Okay.
say a man cannot be dead or alive at the same time. Nothing
Okay.
common between them. That is a disjoint
Yes.
event. Non-disjoint event, can consider a student who got 100 marks in statistics gets 100 marks in probability also. That is a non-disjoint event. So a
Okay.
ball delivered can be a no ball and can be a six. A person in a no ball can hit a six. So there is a common
Yes.
between both of the events. That is a non-disjoint event. Now we will see a probability density function. What is probability density or PDF? We call it in the short form PDF. This probability density function. So this is actually a equation which describes a continuous probability distribution. It's called as probability density function. So I showed you a bell curve, right? How a data is represented inside statistics. This, and here it will be considered as A, and here it will be considered as B. Suppose there is a point of 2 here, and this will be -2, and here it will be 0. This will be a midpoint. So the graph of PDF will always be continuous over a range. It is always continuous over a range. And the area which is bounded by the curve of density function is always equal to 1. Just note its properties. This will be helpful. And the probability of a random variable. We will deal with the probability inside this curve only. And the probability that a random variable assumes a value between A and B. This is A and this is B. Sorry. Whenever there is a probability, so random variable assumes a value between this A and B. It will assume some variable. Next, we have a normal distribution. We'll see what is a normal distribution. So normal distribution is a distribution where normal random variable x is represented with a cumulative probability. So there will be a formula of normal distribution. It is y is equals to 1 by sigma root under 2 pi into e to the power minus x minus mu. This is square x by
Yeah.
2 sigma square. Here x is normal random variable, and here mu is mean, as I have told you, and sigma is standard deviation. This graph I was talking about, right? So this is actually mu which is the mean. Okay, and the data how it is spread. This is mu plus sigma. This is mu plus 2 sigma. This is how it is divided. Here it is mu minus sigma. Here it is mu minus 2 sigma. And one more thing, the graph of normal distribution depends on two factors. So that is mean and standard deviation. So mean, it is a location of a center of a graph. So this is the mean. So this will actually describe the height of the curve, right? That's why it is important. Mean is important. Standard deviation will give the spread. So this is actually standard deviation. The sigma is standard deviation. So this standard deviation is the spread of one particular data from the mean. There is a theorem which is known as central limit theorem. So this theorem states that the sampling distribution of the mean, the sampling distribution, I mean the sample what we are taking from population. So that sample will always describe about the population. That is a central limit theorem. States that sampling will be normal or nearly normal if the sample size is large enough. So this was a central limit theorem. Whenever you are sampling from the population, it will always represent your population. Now we will see what are the types of probability. So there are three types actually. So you have marginal, you have joint probability, and you have conditional probability.